Hey guys, how's it going? I'll be doing an oil change of the GTR for our first segment. I got, of course, good oil, Motul. The car calls for 5W40, that's what I use. Also bought quality filters. Wix makes really good brands. I got their XP. Make sure it fits my car, of course. So the GTR is here. Everything's set up under the hood, ready to go. Underneath the car, this car is a little bit different than most usual oil changes. There's a huge shield that covers basically the whole underneath of the car for aerodynamics. So for this, you got to remove most of that paneling to get to the drain bolt and the oil filter. I replaced all these bolts with titanium ones a year ago or so because I'm just dumb, I guess. That's what I like to do. Modify everything. So you can see the shields here. The shield I'm taking off is going to be this front one. I got my trusty T30 Torx. Pulling the whole shield off. Sorry if you don't like marshmallow. That was my son's request. Most of the T30 bolts are off. Now I just have my clips left. Here's those titanium bolts I talked about. The bottom of the car was starting to get a little rusty, so I changed all the rusty steel bolts with titanium. All these clips to remove just need a little bit of pressure. Clip pops right out. Don't need to spend a lot of money on a tool to do these. Like I said, a lot of cars will not have these under shields, so it won't be as hard to get to everything. And I think I forgot a couple bolts. Nothing like taking 20 bolts off to change the oil, right?
I've cheated and I've lied. I've broke down and I've got nothing to hide no more. I've loved and I've hurt broken people.
More titanium bolts.
More grace than I deserve for sure. Don't be crazy, don't be wild.
Now what am I forgetting?
No stranger to the trouble and I'm
More bolts.
I've been at the wrong place at the wrong time. The wrong things most of my life. And every kind of loss that you can't find. But I got one thing. Been the kind of guy girls moms don't like. Running with the wrong crowd on the wrong night. I've been wrong about a million times. But I got one thing.
There we go, there's our shield. So on the GTR, everything's right in your, hold on, let me turn the camera, I guess. Maybe not. So oil pan right here. It's gonna be redrain the oil filter's right next to it. Basically we're gonna loosen those up, let the oil drain out, and then we'll put the cover back on and put oil back on from the top. It's a pretty simple process, anybody can do this.
It took a heart like yours to find its place. I've been at the wrong place at the wrong time, chasing all the wrong things most of my life. Every kind of loss that you can't find, but I got one thing right. Been the kind of guy girls mamas don't like, running with the wrong crowd on the wrong night. Talking wrong about a million times, but I got one thing right.
Don't have to spend a ton of money on tools, but here's one of my favorite wrenches. It's got a 14 on one side, 17 on another. You can basically do any oil change with this wrench. Almost all cars have that, either one of those bolts on it.
Where do you go when you drop into Pluto TV? Hundreds of channels for zeros of dollars. Drop in. It's free. Pluto TV.
Oil drain for a minute. Get my oil filter off. Alright, oil's about drained. Gotta get the oil filter off. Oil filter wrench comes in real handy. Okay. Same thing with this, just loosen it up enough. Let it drain out. That's not supposed to happen. Grab my new filter. Of course, my quality Wix filter, XP series. The only brand of filter I highly don't recommend is Fram. Just never been a fan of them. They do make it easy with that rubberized grip on the filter, but I just don't like using them. Personal preference. The filter is only supposed to be hand tight. Don't use a wrench or anything on it. Tighten it up until you feel that rubber just barely bottom out, and then twist it just a little bit more, and you're good to go. Oil's just about all the way out. Put our drain plug back in. Always use a new crush washer. The torque spec should be about 17 foot-pounds. I've done enough of them. I can usually do it by feel. Until you've done a couple hundred, I'd probably use a torque wrench. I always wipe up all the excess oil that's spilled everywhere. If you don't want to go to people's houses and have to clean up oil in the driveway, I'd recommend doing this every time. I've had to do it. And then I always double check my drain plug, just by your hand, make sure you don't leave it loose. Oil filter, same thing. GTR is a little bit different. Oil filter cap, I got a catch can on it. My cap's all billet. Serve breeze with all the oil vapors from the crankcase. I usually do this without a funnel, but for today I'll use a funnel. Always try your best not to spill everywhere, but you will spill. As long as you clean it up, you should be in good shape. This cart takes like 5.4 quarts. I usually put like 5.5 in it. Just important to always start the car up, let it warm up for a second, and then turn the car off and then check the oil in the dipstick. That'll be your best indicator. This jug's 2.11 quarts, so a little over 2.5 of these, or just under 2.5 of these.
Can I put on Tupac?
Yes.
Oh, right here?
Yeah, go ahead and type it in the stream. So my son is requesting Tupac. Hopefully nobody minds.
How do you get that?
Hit back on the remote. And now go to the search, top left there. It's probably in the, but no, it's not there. I bet as soon as you type in 2, it'll come out. Oh. Shane, maybe a different song?
Okay.
There's 4.2 quarts. It takes a little under 5.5. Shane. Like 5.5. Really kind of hard to judge with these containers, but we'll leave it there. Put the cap back on, start it, use the dipstick, check it. It's low a little bit more. Hey, you want to start, Bonnie? Yep. Let's go, bud. You can get out. Check the one with dipstick. Of course, you want to make sure the oil's in the motor. That's why I start it, then check it again. If you check just oil in the bottom of the pan, it's not going to happen right there in a minute at all. And we're just between the two marks. I don't know if you can see that. Might be a little hard. So I'll put like another quarter of a quart in there. Check it again. We are right there, right in the happy zone, right below that H mark, so we're good. Now I'll put the undershield back on. Anytime you're doing this, you want to check like the washer fluid level, check tire pressures. If there's a maintenance light in the dash, you gotta make sure you set that. This car, it's manually set. I change the oil way more often than it tells me to. So that'll conclude this session. Next time I'm gonna do front brake pads on the car, and then I'm gonna do brake lines and brake fluid, possibly transmission fluid if we have time. Hopefully this is over soon, guys. Stick with me, bear with it. If you need anything, just reach out to my email. Everybody should have it. Alright guys, see ya.